A sun-drenched Australian vineyard stretches endlessly under a golden sky, where the air smells of grapes and second chances. But ambition, betrayal, and buried secrets simmer beneath the peaceful surface, ready to uncork. Meet Lola, played by Victoria Justice, a driven wine executive from Los Angeles with a fire in her soul and a chip on her shoulder. She's chasing a dream with Vaughan Wines, a prestigious Australian vineyard, but her cutthroat boss and a painful past stand in her way. When she ditches her corporate cage for a risky gamble in Sydney, she finds more than a contract. She finds Max, a tough farmhand with a hidden truth. What drives a woman to risk everything for a shot at glory? What happens when a vineyard job unearths a love she never expected? And what secrets will unravel when Lola learns the man she's falling for isn't who he seems?
Exactly. Nailed it. It's a red burgundy, but to me...
Smart of you to fly up. Mythos Wines was almost off my list.
Lola's life is a high-wire act of ambition and exhaustion. By day, she's a star at a Los Angeles wine company, her desk piled with contracts and her mind buzzing with dreams of landing Vaughan Wines, a legendary Australian winemaker with no U.S. importer. Her friend Hamish drops the tip over drinks, promising to stock his restaurants with Vaughan's bottles if Lola seals the deal. It's her golden ticket, and she's ready to fly to Sydney. But her office is a viper's nest. Her boss, Calder, is a sly guy who praises Lola's work one moment and undermines her the next. When she confides in her colleague Audra about Vaughan Wines, trusting her as a friend, the betrayal stings fast. Audra steals the idea, pitching it in a meeting and snagging the Sydney trip and a potential promotion right from under Lola. Calder dismisses Lola's protests, calling her emotional and ordering her back to her desk. The humiliation burned in her heart. At her father Carlos's house, dinner with his friends John and Diana turns into an interrogation about her love life. 2 years ago, her ex-husband Tyler shattered her heart, and she's sworn off romance, pouring herself into work instead. Carlos, warm but worried, urges her to open her heart again, but Lola is too bruised to listen. Her world feels like a pressure cooker, betrayed at work, alone at home, and running out of steam. When she got tired of Calder's selfishness and Audra's backstabbing, Lola made a bold move.
Meeting 4 weeks from today with Hazel on herself.
Wines is my find.
Well, Audra pitched it and now it's hers.
Okay, only because I told her about it.
Well, that was your big mistake now, wasn't it? You learn lessons the hard way.
She quit her job, vowing to start her own import company, Salud Imports. Also, to make it work, she needs a big fish, and Vaughan Wines is the biggest. Well, her plan? It was to book an Airbnb cottage on the Vaughan family farm, pose as a guest, and pitch her company to Hazel Vaughan, the winery's formidable owner. It's a long shot, but Lola's got nothing left to lose. Lola lands in Sydney, her suitcase heavy and her hopes heavier. The Vaughan farm is a postcard of rolling hills and grapevines, but the welcome is less than warm. Then Max, a sarcastic, sun-kissed worker, strolls in. He shows her to the cottage, warning her to steer clear of Hazel and keep her selfies off social media. His rough charm catches Lola off guard, but she's not here to talk. She's here to work. Lola's first meeting with Hazel was a disaster. While pitching Salud Imports during the tour, she gets a cold response. You wasted your flight if this is why you came. Desperate to stick around, Lola jumps at the chance when she finds out the farmhand just quit.
This is the extra mile. I'm a hard worker. I will hit the ground running just as I will when I'm working with your wine.
She begs for a job, and after some hesitation, Hazel agrees. Max is tasked with training her, rolling his eyes at the city girl in sneakers. He hands her his hat, warning her about wild kangaroos that'll punch her flat. Lola's thrilled at the adventure, but Max puts out her optimism, telling her not to get her hopes up about the contract. Life on the farm was a comedy of errors. Lola struggles with hard work, fixing fences, sorting sheep, and avoiding snakes. Her cottage mates, a trio of lively students, prank her with cold showers and short-circuited chargers, but their chaos grows on her. She tries to charm Hazel with compliments about her boots, only to be shot down again. Max watches her struggle, his smirk hiding a spark of admiration. When a brown snake slithers near, he scoops her up, their eyes locking in a quiet, electric moment. Lola's starting to feel something, but she pushes it down, thinking that she's here for Vaughn wines, not romance. The next morning, Lola annoyed Hazel while working in the field.
Hard at work. Whoa!
Finally, she decided to leave and head back to LA. As Max drove her to the airport, the truck suddenly broke down, forcing them to walk the rest of the way back. During their walk, Max shared some motivational words, and Lola opened up about her father, describing how he had always been a source of inspiration in her life. Lola's persistence starts to crack the farm's tough exterior. Fixing the cottage's hot water earns her the students' respect, and they gift her work boots and a flannel, officially welcoming her to the crew. At breakfast, Max hands her a cowboy hat, grinning when she announces she's staying due to the book about the history of and legacy of Vaughn wines she read last night. She's found a rhythm, bonding with a scruffy old sheep she vows to save from Sunday's dinner plate. Her heart opens to the farm's raw beauty and to Max, whose guitar strums and late-night pool dares make her laugh like she hasn't in years. But Max is hiding something. Hazel, his sister, urges him to tell Lola the truth. He's Max Vaughn, a silent investor in Vaughn wines, not just a farmhand. Max hesitates, haunted by his past as an angry, destructive man who only found peace after his mother's cancer battle forced him to grow up. He's falling for Lola's determination and voice. Her impromptu vineyard sing-along leaves everyone spellbound, but he's scared to risk his heart. At a wild bar, Lola stops a fight with a sharp whistle, earning Max's quiet respect. Drunk and feeling vulnerable, she asks what he thinks of her, but he stays quiet, carrying her home instead of telling her how he feels. The vineyard's magic peaks at a camping trip where Lola and Max taste Vaughn's finest wines and spot a baby kangaroo. She sketches a new pitch, inspired by Hazel's mother, Sibella, unaware she's Max's mom, too.
New ideas to pitch to Hazel.
To Bill Vaughn.
Yep. A new label. Every bottle should tell her story.
Their chemistry ignites in a moonlit kiss, but the morning brings a bombshell. Max reveals he's Max Vaughn. Lola's furious, feeling played. How could he hide that he owns the company she's been chasing? Her trust crumbles, and the wound deepens when Calder arrives, offering her old job back with a promotion. She refuses, but the betrayal still hurts her. Hazel confronts Max for waiting too long to tell Lola, while Audra, guilt-ridden, apologizes for stealing the Vaughn idea. Lola says goodbye to her beloved sheep and her cottage mates, sharing a stolen bottle of wine before heading home. Max lets her go with a heavy heart, and Lola returns to LA, defeated but determined. Months later, Salute Imports is thriving, and Vaughn Wines parts ways with Calder's company. At a wine promotion, Max appears, admitting he was wrong to let her go. He's saved her sheep, but more importantly, he's ready to fight for her. The film closes on a joyous wedding, Lola and Max dancing under fairy lights, their love as bold as a vintage red. A Perfect Pairing 2022 is a fizzy blend of romance, redemption, and vineyard vibes, pouring heart into every frame. Did Lola's gamble pay off, or was Max's secret a deal breaker? Drop it in your comments. If this recap sparked your heart, subscribe and check out our other rom-com breakdowns for more feel-good thrills.